You lied to us. You taught us about charity and helping those in need, that we should do what's right, even when it's hard, even when no one's looking. You used to stop your car to give money to a homeless person or to pick up a piece of litter on the side of the road. Now we know that was about blame, not benevolence. You always thought you were better than those people, that they were the problem and you the solution. You weren't teaching us who to become. You were teaching us who to condemn. You betrayed us. You taught us to love and accept everyone, that we shouldn't throw rocks in a glass house, that only God could judge. But now we know that was about appearances, not principles, that it was only your image that was truly sacred, and we, your children, were pawns in a game, smiling faces and Christmas card photos to prove your perfection to your peers. You abandoned us. You told us that hard work and perseverance would always pay off. Just go to college, get a good job. You claimed you wanted us to have a better life than you. You promised us the keys to the kingdom. And then you got so comfortable on the throne that you somehow justified it to yourself as you watched us become peasants.
Whenever I feel guilty about not talking to my parents anymore, I ask myself this: why would I expose myself to people who I have to go to therapy, I have to seek self-care and healing in order to be around every time I'm around them, who have never gone to therapy for me, who refuse to go to therapy or do any type of self-help, self-reflection, development for me? I wouldn't walk across hot coals for someone. So why am I doing that every time I see my parents, emotionally speaking? When they not only will not walk across hot coals for you, they won't even think of the idea to sweep away the coals so you have a clear path to walk through so you don't get hurt. It doesn't even occur to them. Doesn't even occur to them that it hurts you to have to see them. And there are layers of it, because that it doesn't occur to them that it could be hurtful, that their lingering traumas and bullshit that they refuse to work through hurts you, is a hurt in of itself, because it's like you're aware of the neglect and they are not. It's really helped me look at my time, my space, my health as a value. It has a value, a monetary value if you're talking about the cost of therapy, and it helps to take them off the pedestal, because naturally as kids our parents are on a pedestal, and by thinking of it this way you're taking them and putting them on the plane of everyone else. And when you look at them as just everyone else, they're really old, miserable people who will never change, not even to save the relationship with their
So I guess my relationship with my father is kaplunk. He's MAGA. And the last time that we talked was in April, and I was like, hey, doesn't this seem like, the mustache man? And he was like, I don't want to talk about this right now, and like hung up the phone. So we didn't talk, and then I called him on Father's Day and he completely didn't answer, and then I texted him and he still hasn't responded to me. So I have lost a family member, more than one, to MAGA. And I'm wondering who else feels the same. Who else has people that they've lost to MAGA? Because, my dad raised me, taught me to be strong, independent woman, nothing that MAGA stands for, which is ridiculous. He told me I could be president, and he probably wouldn't even vote for a woman. But, yeah, it's sad to lose your family because of this. It makes me really think that it's Civil War kind of stuff. But, out with the old, in with the new. I love you guys.
My best friend of 14 years. Literally half of my life. I'm 28. And I asked them who they voted for. They said Donald Trump. And they said, I'm assuming you voted the opposite. And I said, yes. And then my friend texted me and said, will you still be my friend?
Seems like your friend dodged a bullet. Now, all of a sudden, we cannot align ourselves with anyone with different views. That is so small-minded, so closed-minded, especially from the group of people who say to be so accepting, so tolerant, so loving. If you can't sit there and see who this person is, see that they're a good person, see that they're a genuine friend to you, you're going to decide if you're going to be friends with them still based off who they voted for. If you're not surrounding yourself with people who think differently than you will never grow and you will never learn. The fact that you're throwing away a friendship of that many years over something so minute, there's a problem there. You don't have to agree with them, but being able to step outside of what you believe and trying to understand someone else's perspective is extremely important. And if you don't have those skills, then you probably shouldn't have friends.
Well, one thing is certain, you have no control over how somebody else reacts to a particular issue or a particular problem. You have no control, and we are all entitled to our feelings. Hey beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by and supporting me on this channel, and all credit goes to the creators in these videos. So guys, when Trump won in 2024, for some people it was not just about politics. For many, it broke families, and MAGA supporters were in particular, right, shut down by their own loved ones because their loved ones felt they had been betrayed. Some were unfriended, some were disinvited, and then it was close to, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all of that. So many people were disinvited, those that have already invited their families for Thanksgiving and all of that. They were disinvited for Christmas and New Year. And some even went to the extent of blocking their family members. Guys, what do you think about this? And somebody said it felt as if they were erased because of just one vote. And somebody else said that one vote would write our entire existence. Either we are alive or we are unalive. That one vote is saying a lot. And the pain was real for so many people. Birthdays, holidays, traditions, okay, all these things that families do, gatherings, cookouts, during the summertime, and all of those things. Everything just went silent. And for some people, it was not just about politics, it was not just about supporting MAGA, it was deeper than that. It felt more than that, and it felt like they were losing their families, guys. Now, those that actually disinvited and unfriended and even blocked their family members because of this political belief, where are you now? Have you brought them back into your lives, or you still stand on your ground? Let's see what the scriptures have to say. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
A week ago, my mom slapped me across the face after screaming at me that she hates me and has hated me since I was born. In front of my child. She slapped me in front of my child, and my dad screamed, calling me crazy and a loser. One of my siblings screamed that I need to just shut the F up and take it. This is the same family who insists that I both need to not work when my child is at school, but also work 16-hour days to afford living on my own. This is the same family that has threatened me with legal action simply because they don't like that I'm a single mom. Didn't know that was against the law. These are the same grandparents that told me that they didn't ask for this. They didn't ask to be grandparents. Anyways, after my mom slapped me, I took all of my things, all of my child's things, and I left. And I have not been back. And it's been a little over a week. And yesterday, my mom thought it would be a good idea to text me and ask to see my child next week because she, quote, knows he's out of school, end quote. Are you on drugs? When I was leaving, I had all my stuff packed in bags and garbage bags and duffel bags. And I'm trying to corral my child outside. My mom goes, when am I babysitting next? And I said, never. You're retired. You're never going to see him again. And she goes, well, am I allowed to say goodbye? Am I allowed? And then a week later, without so much as an apology, can we see him next week? He can stay over. You can pick him up whenever. He can have a little sleepover. No. You don't get to hate me and then get to have a relationship with my kid. You don't get to put your hands on me and have a relationship with my child. Ever. When I said that you were never going to see my child again, I meant that. I will live in a box, and thankfully, I'm not going to have to, but I would choose poverty before I ever let my child be around an abuser. I can't imagine what it must be like to live in the delusion that I don't have any consequences, that I can say whatever I want, and I can do whatever I want, and I can hit whoever I want, and you can still see your grandson. What world are you living in? Because it's not the real one.
People that are getting on here and talking about how their family members are cutting them off and refusing to talk to them and breaking up friendships, and people that are literally like dissolving their family units and those like really strong relationships, at least what we would think would be strong relationships, because of a difference of opinion in politics, because of a difference of who people voted for. I just have to say, first off, it's not you, it's them. It's 100% them.
Guys, what this lady said, is it actually true? Is it that it's not you, it's them? Because now I'm asking, that has anything changed? Because some families, in fact many families, are still divided with no contact at all, and there are some people that are saying that, oh, we are trying to talk, it's awkward, everybody is acting as if we are walking on eggshells and all of that. So the question I'm asking today is that, is it worth staying cut off? Are you having peace? Are you having regrets? And some say, right, yes, because politics is really personal for them, and others are saying that no, families should come first. I mean, watching these videos, I read so many comments, and out of all those comments, more than 90% were against the motion of coming back with families that they have cut off. They are saying that no, they are against it and all of that. And some of them were saying that, okay, healing takes time, okay, I'm putting in an effort and all of that, but it's awkward. Guys, the point of the matter is that politic fights might come and go, but I feel that family ties last a lifetime. Do you agree or do you disagree? So the challenge now is that, do we keep this up or do they remain cut off? I need to know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you have found value, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll definitely see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Ciao.